Rwanda is one of the few countries in Africa that have a clear strategy that define a vision, long-term vision of the kind of economy the country is aspiring to and how it's planning to tackle the impacts of climate change going forward.
For Rwanda, agriculture is a vital industry that employs 80% of the country's population and generates a third of its GDP. The tea and coffee sectors have been earmarked as critical growth areas. However, tea and coffee are very sensitive to the climate, and the sector faces risks from future climate change. While this presents a potentially worrying future, there are actions that can be taken to address these climate risks.
First, we advance low-regret adaptation with a focus on addressing current climate variability, trying to encourage options that are good for the climate today, but also help build resilience for the future. And a good example of that is the coffee shade trees that we're proposing.
These early initiatives are relatively simple and provide quick wins, but there are also longer-term problems that need solutions.
Secondly, we're looking at near-term decisions that have a long lifetime and will be exposed to climate change in the future. And a good example there is the expansion of the tea areas and the need to expand those into areas which will be suitable for production in the future under climate change as well as today. And the final area is to take account of the large future risks that might be emerging and to start with monitoring, research and information so that we can learn and actually prepare and improve our future decision making.
So it's good to start thinking now strategically so that the investment made today are resilient within the changing climate.
Rwanda is also the first African country to set up its own national climate fund, FONERWA. FONERWA is financing the tea and coffee project, funding the introduction of coffee shade trees, advancing climate knowledge for tea expansion, and enhancing monitoring and information. Rwanda's climate is already changing, but fortunately so are its policies. The country is starting to take future climate change into account today, and as this case study on tea and coffee shows, is putting strategies in place to manage the risks and create opportunities.
My hope is that we do as much as we can and show others that, you can change the future by acting right today. And that's what we are trying to do.